Hello everyone, Sharif Abu Zaid here with a new video, and today I want to answer a question that I see people ask many times, which is, can I learn WordPress on my own? Before I give you my answer, let me tell you my backstory with WordPress. I still remember this day. It was like in 2013, I think. I was closing my business day, but I had to wait for my website designer to give me the last changes that I have asked them to implement for my business website. I received their email and I opened it. I wanted to know if my changes have been implemented. And unfortunately, I found out that most of my, like 80% of the changes that I have asked for were not implemented correctly. The buttons were not function. The colors, they were not the colors that I wanted. The layout was not very clever. I didn't like it actually. And this was not the first time that I asked for a change to be made and my designer doesn't do it. At this time, I didn't know any other website designer, so I had to stick with this web designer for a very long time, although they were not good at their job. But at this time, I was just frustrated. I got frustrated with them, and I asked myself this question: can't I just design my website on my own? So I went to YouTube and I wrote this question: how can I design a business website? Some of the results, I mean like 10 results, where 3 of them were talk about how can you use WordPress to design your website. I opened one of them and I still remember that I spent like, I waited for inside my office for another 3 hours just watching WordPress tutorials. I felt like this is easy to be done. I mean, I can do this, I can follow these instructions to design my website. The next day I spent like 2 hours and the first layout of my business website was up. I just, okay, I can do this. The third day I just make a few changes and now I have a working website that I can publish online and ask people to view it if they like to work with me in my translation business back at this time. But I still remember that at this moment I didn't know how to code. I didn't know anything about HTML, CSS, PHP, or any other web design language or web development languages. Which, like, this is my answer to that question. Can you learn WordPress in your own? Yes, you can actually learn WordPress in your own way. I mean, you can learn WordPress in your own. Why? Because two main reasons that it is easy to learn WordPress in your own. The first reason is that WordPress is an open source software. WordPress itself is a software that you use to design your website. And this is an open source software, which means that it's not paid. You don't have to pay someone a cost to buy the software itself to build your own website, which means that, or because this is an open source software, a very vast or a very wide community was built around WordPress. And because there is a large community that supports WordPress, and this community includes web designers, web developers, business owners, investors, and because this is a very large community, new tutorials are given every day. Every day you'll find someone publishing a WordPress tutorial, how you can create a business website, how you can create an e-commerce website, how you can create an online courses website. Every day you will find someone publishing a video. I publish a video every day for the last like 100 days or 90 days about how you can use WordPress, because this is a very large community. So you'll find people creating tutorials and courses, YouTube videos, podcasts around WordPress. So there is a lot of information that is available for you to consume if you want to learn WordPress. This is the first reason why you can actually learn WordPress in your own. The second reason is that you don't actually need to learn code to start using WordPress to build your website. Now there is a certain software integrated with WordPress or a plugin type called page builders, and this is a type of plugins that you can actually use to design the layout of your pages without the need to know HTML, CSS, PHP, or any other programming or web development language, which make it easy for us, people like us who doesn't know how to code. Actually, I don't know how to code PHP or complete websites with HTML and CSS, but I know my way inside WordPress. And at some point, if I want someone to add a few tweaks for my website using CSS, which I rarely need, I can ask someone from Fiverr or any other freelancing website to do this job quickly for me. I don't have to spend hours and hours to learn HTML and CSS, because I don't need to actually to grasp all the concepts around CSS and HTML. So because of page builders. So these are the two reasons that you actually can learn WordPress on your own. This is WordPress comes with a very wide community that support it with video tutorials, courses, podcasts. So there is a lot of information that you can actually use or consume, and also you don't need to know how to code to design your own website. Now let me tell you how you can actually learn WordPress in your own. There are certain concepts that you need to be aware of, which are: the first concept is that what is meant by hosting, then what is meant by a domain, how you can connect your hosting and domain in one place, and then what is a WordPress theme, what are WordPress plugins, and then you need to use one or two themes. You need to learn one or two themes, and you can actually start by learning one theme only. And my recommendation is that you start using the Kadence theme. I have tutorials about all of this in my YouTube channel if you want to learn more. If you don't find a video about these concepts, just leave me a comment below and I'll make a quick video for you. So you just need to know what is hosting, what is domain, what is meant by domain, what is a WordPress theme, what is a WordPress plugin, how you can install WordPress in your hosting. You can learn all these concepts in, I think, in like 2 or 3 or 5 days. Then you are ready to start designing your own website. Now, if you don't have a domain or a hosting, but you want to learn WordPress very quickly, you can just go to instawp.io. This is a service that you can will help you set up a WordPress website and start training yourself on it without the need to use or to have a hosting, a domain, and a domain package. This can be a quick way just to start learning how to actually use WordPress. As I mentioned, there are many tutorials online that you can actually use to learn WordPress. You don't need to know how to code to learn WordPress, because it is very easy to follow. And with the plugins of page builders, something like Elementor, Rev Architect, Breezy, Beaver Builder, Kadence Plugins, which I highly recommend, Spectra, which I highly recommend that you can use. You can actually start with Kadence Plugins. I recommend that you can start with Kadence Plugins and or Spectra, and just as your page builder. Now you can actually build a WordPress website, I think, in 1 or 2 days maximum. So this is my short answer for your question. Can you learn WordPress in your own? Yes, you can learn WordPress in your own, because it has a great community which is supported by many tutorials, and you actually don't need to be a programmer, or you don't need to learn how to code websites, because WordPress page builders make it easy for you to design your own WordPress website. Hopefully you like this video. If you find it helpful, please give me a like, and please consider to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I create similar videos every single day to teach you how you can actually learn to use WordPress. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.